I would love to talk about the birth rate. When the birth rate declines in a developed country, it's usually a good sign for women. It usually means that women have gained access to reproductive health care, like birth control, for example. It usually means that women have gained autonomy and are now in control of how many children they have and when they have them, which is a great thing. The unfortunate truth is that in the past, many women were not having kids because it was like their heart's desire, but because they didn't have much of a choice. It's also the case that about 15% of the declining birth rate can be attributed to the fact that we have basically solved teen pregnancy, which is incredible. A declining birth rate often signals freedom for women, which just makes me kick my feet out of joy. However, a declining birth rate in a developed nation does create problems. To state it very simply, if you have more old people in a community than young people, then there will not be enough working aged people to take care of all the old people. An aging population is a problem. It's also terrible for the economy for your birth rate to be below replacement. Fewer working people means fewer consumers, businesses will shutter, our tax system will collapse. While it warms my heart to see a declining birth rate because I know what it means for women, it definitely comes with issues to be addressed. People often ask how we can fix a declining birth rate, but unfortunately there just isn't a simple solution. Short of rolling back women's rights, which is genuinely what the right wing wants to do, there just isn't a straightforward solution. A lot of people will say, people don't have kids because they can't afford it. So if you pay people to have kids and you make things really affordable, then the birth rate will go up. But we've actually seen other countries try to do that and it doesn't really work. On principle, I think we should support people who want to have kids. Childcare should be affordable. Healthcare should be universal. Child tax credits, all of the things so that having a child doesn't break the bank. I think that's all good policy, but I don't think it'll solve the birth rate. We have seen a lot of countries straight up pay people to have children and it hasn't worked. The financial aspect just doesn't move the needle. And that kind of tracks because statistically, poor families have a lot more kids than rich families. So finances are just not a one-to-one solution for this. Again, we should help people anyway, but it just won't solve the birth rate. Funny enough, this comment was left on a video I made about how immigration is a good thing for America. And the birth rate is another reason why we are lucky that people want to immigrate here. America can at any time turn on the spigot of immigration and it helps with our birth rate and it helps with our population decline. People on the right don't like this as a solution to the birth rate because they don't just want more kids, they want more white kids, which is the thing they're not saying out loud. Actually, some of them are saying it out loud, but anyway. Immigration is really a temporary solution to the birth rate, but it would help. I actually think the solution to a falling birth rate is more interpersonal and cultural than we realize. A huge reason that women have fewer kids when given the option is because mothers are not treated very well. Mothers are retaliated against in the workforce when they have children. It's a huge hit to their career and their earning potential. Mothers take on the lion's share of the domestic labor that comes with parenthood. Even women who are the breadwinners in their family still do more domestic labor than their husbands. Mothers are also just straight up not respected. If you've heard the sickening way that men talk about single mothers online, then maybe you can understand why as a woman you wouldn't want to take that risk. Mothers are uniquely vulnerable to patriarchal forces, and this isn't just a policy question. This is interpersonal, it's social, it's cultural. A lot of men would sooner repeal the 19th Amendment than do their share of the chores around the house, and if you ask me, that's a big reason why a lot of women are opting out of parenthood. But I don't have all the answers. Nobody does. That's why this is an issue that every single developed nation is dealing with.